This is my 2023 PlayStation 3 collection, and I have 63 games. I'm Auckland. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button also, share with friends if you don't mind. Also, please comment, ask me a question, or comment in general. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell down below, and you will be notified when I go live or upload another video. If you want to become a fan of me, Auckland, then subscribe to the channel, and you will become a fan. I hope so. I would have more than 63 if I hadn't traded in most of my games back when the PlayStation 4 first came out. I traded them into GameStop, and yeah, I'm hopefully slowly going to build my collection back up. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to talk about a little bit, but I'm going to focus on just showing off the games. Book of Spells, haven't got a chance to play it yet. You need some accessories in order to play it. I'll get to it someday. Kung Fu Panda, I do enjoy the films, haven't got around to play it yet. And also, another thing is, I need another PlayStation 3 because my hard drive is full on the one that I got. So, yeah, that's another problem as well. Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection, cannot go wrong with that. It's all tons. It says over 40 classic Genesis games in this collection. So, a lot of great games. Any titles from the Sonic the Hedgehog games to all 3 of the original Streets of Rage games and Golden Axe. It's all on there. The hated on Sonic game, Sonic 06. I have it because I'm a Sonic fan, even though it's terrible, but I do have it. Little Big Planet. I want to get all of those. Ratchet and Clank. This is the collection that includes all 3 of the original games. Great collection to have, especially if you're a Ratchet and Clank fan. Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction. It's another good one. I want to get all the Ratchet and Clank games physically on PS3. Ratchet and Clank A Crack in Time. Well, Ratchet and Clank Future A Crack in Time. And there is a 3rd game on the PS3 that finishes out the Ratchet and Clank Future Trilogy. You can import it, and it will play on the PS3. And it will play on the PS3 just perfectly fine. I think it's called Ratchet and Clank Future: A Quest for Booty, as in like treasure booty. So you can get a physical copy of that one, and I want to get that. Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault. It's a different Ratchet and Clank game, but still pretty good. Ratchet and Clank All for One. It's a 4-player co-op game, but you can play it single-player mode as well if you want to do that. But the option is there. Dropping games, of course. The Sly Collection. I wish they would bring it back. That's the original 3 games, and then the 4th one, Thieves in Time. Great series. I just really wish they would bring it back. The Jak and Daxter HD Remastered Collection. That's another series I wish they would bring back too, but I don't know. The Ico and Shadow of Colossus Collection. Great games. Heavenly Sword. I want to play this. I've heard nothing but good things about that game. Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. I have beaten it. Good Prince of Persia game. It was very, 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 very good. Prince of Persia. It's kind of like a reboot of the series, but that was a pretty good game as well. Especially if you're a Prince of Persia fan. Check it out if you haven't. The Lord of the Rings Aragorn's Quest. That's a good Lord of the Rings game in my opinion. Lair. Now this game gets a lot of hate because the way that the game mechanics are, but I like playing as a dragon in the game. It's kind of cool. Hellboy: The Science of Evil with Ron Perlman voicing Hellboy in this game. Fantastic game. Really good, especially if you're a fan of Ron Perlman. Infamous Collection. It's always good to have the Infamous games. It's supposed to include the the digital game, what's it called, Festival of Blood, but my copy does not include that because mine is used, and so I might have to look into getting a new copy, hopefully if I can. I don't know, we'll see. But it includes Infamous 1 and 2. The Tomb Raider trilogy, good, fantastic trilogy of games. Legends, Anniversary, and Underworld, which were originally on the PS2. See what time we got here. We're at 5 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. Uncharted, cannot go wrong with the original trilogy. That's Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, Among Thieves, and also Drake's Deception. Great games. Even on the PS3, they're really good. But of course, if you like the better graphics, it's much better to play them on the PS4, running on the PS5 with the Nathan Drake collection. Batman, this is a double pack of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Dual pack, but same thing. It's a double pack. Arkham Origins, I heard this game gets a lot of hate. Hopefully I'll get to play it and figure out if it's worth the hate or not for myself. Final Fantasy X and X2 HD remastered. Final Fantasy 13. I need the other two Final Fantasy 13 games. Even though I'm not a huge Final Fantasy fan, but I wouldn't mind having them all. Just to have them since I got the first one. Skate 2. I think Skate 1 and Skate 3 are also on PS3. I could be wrong about that. But I wanted to get those as well. Guitar Hero Aerosmith. Can't go wrong with the Guitar Hero games. Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Now I know these games get a lot of hate. But what I've played of this in the past, I enjoyed this game. And I want to pick up the original as well. And they also came out with a collection that includes another game as well. I think it's Mirror of Fate. It's the HD version. And it's all on the disc. So I definitely want to pick up the collection as well. It's getting kind of pricey though. Brutal Legends stars Jack Black himself as the main character. Voicing him. And even the character even resembles Jack Black. Good game. Awesome game. We're getting there. The Devil May Cry HD collection includes the 3 original games. Great series. 3 is very, very difficult. 1 and 2 are really, really good. Devil May Cry 4. That's a good one right there. Darksiders, the original. That's back before it got redone, because if you get it on other consoles, more updated, it will have like the War Mastered edition of Darksiders, but that's the regular version. And Darksiders 2, same for this one. When they re-brought this one out, they had retitled it as Definitive Edition. But anywho, that's how they did it. Lollipop Chainsaw, good game. It's being remade, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. We'll see how it looks, because they're going to have some copyright issues, because the reason why is there's a lot of music in that game. A lot of classic music from back in the day, good stuff, and that's where they're going to have the copyright issue at. So I don't know if it's going to be as good or not. We'll see. Walking Dead Survival Instinct, that's a good one. There's another good one, Alice Madness Returns. It includes a voucher code that you can continue to reuse of the original game. A American McGee Alice, which is a PC game. You can use that code inside of there to play it on the PS3, which is very cool. And Alice Madness Returns is the sequel. Blades of Time, I do want to check out this one. It kind of looks like it might play like Heavenly Sword, I don't know. Coden, that one might be good, I don't know. The movies are pretty good, especially the ones with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. BioShock, cannot go wrong with the original. Heavy Rain Director's Cut. Good game. Very good game. And so is Beyond Two Souls, which both of those games are made by the same company together, which is very cool. And also, I think they made the game called Inhuman, or whatever it's called. It's some kind of detective game where you play as a robotic detective cop or something. I can't remember what it's called. It might be called Inhuman, or it might be something else. But it's the same. It's the same company who made Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain made that game. Ninja Gaiden Sigma. I know they made 2 more. I got the 3rd one on Wii U, and I want to get the 2nd and 3rd one also on PS3 as well. Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. Need to play that. Now, also, they came out with a Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection on PS3. That pretty much has all the games in it, and except for that one, and I want to get that collection. That's getting kind of pricey as well. Red Faction Guerrilla. I have the remastered version of that game on Switch, and it's actually pretty good on Switch. Jericho. Now, I haven't been saying that I have played any of these games, but maybe you can tell which ones I haven't played because of the ones that I got excited about, or the ones that I have played for sure. Dante's Inferno is straight up God of War. It's basically what it is, even though God of War is still better, but Dante's Inferno was a pretty good game. Speaking of God of War, here we go, and we're getting close to the end of the video. God of War Collection, the original 2 games. In my opinion, the original God of War games are my favorites. And I got them all physically on PS3. God of War 3, back before it got remastered. The God of War Origins Collection, which contains the 2 PSP games that's been remastered in HD, Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, physically on a disc together, which is awesome. The God of War Saga. I'm a God of War fan when it comes to the original games. This collection includes 2 discs. The first disc is God of War 1 and 2, and the 3rd disc is God of War 3, and it also included a digital code for Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, but I wanted that physical copy. And then God of War Ascension. That one gets hate, but I enjoy that one as well. Alright, here we are. Last handful of games right here. All of these games are all related. Assassin's Creed, the original, which the new one coming out, Assassin's Creed Mirage, is going back to the roots of that one. And I have not been excited for Assassin's Creed in a long time. Haven't played it in a long time, but Assassin's Creed Mirage, I'm looking forward to it. Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed 2 was great. So was Brotherhood. And also Revelations, because all 3 of them made a trilogy. And it was so good. It's also known as the Ezio Collection, or the Ezio Trilogy, however you want to say it. Assassin's Creed 3, that's got to be my favorite one, in my opinion. Of course, it's been remastered and all that too now. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. That's a good pirate game. It's set in the world of Assassin's Creed. It was so good as a pirate game. And speaking of the Ezio Trilogy, there it is. I got it. All because, why not? Because I wanted it, that's why. And then the last game, Assassin's Creed The Americas Collection. And I was like, what is this one? This one contains the physical copy of Assassin's Creed Liberation HD, which is basically like an expanded game to Assassin's Creed 3. Except you play as a female character, and it's set in that same universe as Assassin's Creed 3. And speaking of that, here's Assassin's Creed 3 as well, and also Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. And these games all have a connection to each other, and that's why they're in this collection together. I'm not going to spoil it, but I've played and beaten all of those games, and they do have a connection. Alright, I hope you enjoyed my 2023 PlayStation 3 collection. Please let me know down in the comments, do you have any of these ones? Have you played any of them? I would love to know, and as soon as I can, I'm going to get my collection back. Because if I hadn't got rid of none of them, I would probably have maybe 100 games. But hopefully I'll get back to that point in time. We'll see. Hopefully I can. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Thanks so much. Alright, bye.